guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. I wanted to talk about Dokkan Fest Tournament of Power Android 17 and Android 18. As we know, they are going to be coming. We're going to get a data download. Honestly, I probably am recording this video a little too late. Data download should be in about 3 hours or so we'll get the answers to these questions. So I guess I'm leaving a pretty short window for people to watch this video with me theorizing, considering the question's going to get answered in a few hours. But they're introducing a new category into the game. Now, Goresh translates this as tournament participants, so we know Global will use some insane name that's not just simple, like tournament participants. Now, keep in mind, back in the day, all right, we used to get categories all the time, right? Like, especially when we start jumping into like 2020 and 2021, it's like every release basically was giving us a new category, right? Like, look at this. Like, it's like Rapid Growth was Kefla in May. All Out Struggle was the Tanabata LR, Kaioken Goku, Evolution Blue Vegeta. This was end of June, start of July. Universe 11 came in July. Saviors also came in July. That's Tech Ultimate Gohan. Battle Wits and Power Absorption were in August with Buhan and Vegito. Grade 8 Power was in October with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Crossover was, with the Heroes unit. Space Shoving Wars with Bojack in November. Connected Hope came with Pikkon in December, and as well as Code of Body Mind with Janemba in December. Like, if we go through, like, basically every single release for quite a while would introduce a new category. Then Dokkan kind of cut that out, starting with the 7th anniversary. 7th anniversary, it's like we got Power Beyond Super Saiyan and Fuse Fighters. These are both great categories that make a ton of sense. I think a big issue with categories for a while in Dokkan is a lot of them were very, like, weird. Like what is the purpose of heavenly events? It's stupid. It's a stupid idea, right? Like, a lot of the categories just aren't, like, even, like, Gifted Warriors, like, bro, like, Prodigies. Couldn't you make the argument that, like, every single, like, strong Dragon Ball character is, like, a prodigy? Like, I don't know. Like Trunks, Gohan, like Goku, Vegeta, Bardock. Like, you just keep going. Like, they all would count as prodigies. Like, I just think something like this is dumb. Or, like, Powerful Comeback. This is so, like you could make this argument about, like, every fight, basically. Like, any major fight, like, you could pretty much make, like, that's the whole purpose of, like, anime, right? Like, this type of thing. So a lot of these categories were very pointless up until we got to the 7th anniversary, and a lot of these were pretty tight, right? Power Beyond Super Saiyan, very obvious, again, tight. Fuse Fighters, yes, just all fusion characters, W. Saiyan Saga, definitely deserves one, right? Bond of Parent and Child, sure, but I mean, that's a big, fat, good category. Superheroes is good. Earthbred Fighters, sure. Power Wishes maybe is a little bit, we can kind of go, like, back and forth on certain things with characters, but, like, I think it's a fine category. And then now tournament participants, so it's not exactly, like, I don't know how to say this, we have not gotten that many categories recently, so it is kind of surprising to see this category show up. Now, I wonder, like, is there any reason, maybe, that this category is coming up now? Like, could there be some major thing happening? I don't think so. I mean, there's a lot of talk of this upcoming Dragon Ball series, Dragon Ball Magic. We'll find out more about that. I don't think that's going to be really rooted in tournament stuff. I mean, something that we think maybe could be coming is, like, Kid Goku versus Demon King Piccolo, but those are not, like, tournament characters, so I'm not really too sure. I guess they just decided to make this now. I wanted to kind of go over, like, the characters that I think could actually be in this category. Right? Now, I think that there is, like, a lot of, like, stuff we could point to where it's just, like, obviously, yes, they are going to be on it. But there's stuff like, so, like, the Android Cell Saga. Like, is there a chance that they don't count the Cell games? Like, I say that. And it's like, I think we all sit here and go, whew, man, they could do some bullshit like that, huh? Like, couldn't they just not put Cell games characters in there? Because, like, that would be good. When evaluating a category like this and who we would want on it, it's not just about how good the category is right now, but we really do need to take an eye towards the future as well, right? So, like, world tournament participants, or not, I mean, just excuse me, like, just tournament participants to me, is a category that could age very good. If they would include the Cell games, we're going to get another Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, right? For the father-son Kamehameha. We essentially have him, and we have him. And that is, I mean, pretty much it, right? So, like, this guy was 2nd anniversary, and then this guy was shortly after the 4th anniversary. I think that there's 2 Gohans, that Super Saiyan 2 kind of like Kid Gohan that they could give us. This guy, and I mean, one of the basis of this video, we're going to talk about the BoJack movie. This entire movie is a tournament. So, like, do we anticipate that, like, BoJack and Zangia and this Gohan will be on the category? If that's the case, this is a big deal, because this Gohan does not have a Dokkan Fest. I think that this guy, like, maybe like a base form. The reason I think that this could be a very good Dokkan Fest too, by the way, is that base form Gohan, the one that fights in the Cell games, right? If we take a look at it, he only goes base, really, that we see pretty much after killing Cell, right? Like, there's no real opportunity. I mean, they could just make a base version of him, I'm sure. But, like, this Gohan actually is in base quite a bit throughout the movie. So you very easily could create a Gohan, like, kind of like a transforming Gohan. Now, certainly I'm at the point where I'm kind of beyond transforming characters. Because it's never like, oh, you know, you could just choose when you want to transform, and, you know, the character's, like, good all over. Like, it's just always, like, convoluted nonsense, typically, with transformations. It's not ever simple. But, like, if they would give us this guy and maybe he was built like the EZA Zamasu and Trunks, where it's just, like, basically, all right, next turn you could transform, boom. Like, that's good. I think that's good, that's fun. You get to see a lot of different animations. He'll have a lot of different animations. That would be a good way to do it. We would want this, by the way. We do not have, as far as I'm aware, we don't have a Piccolo from this movie, and we don't have a Vegeta from this movie. We don't have a Tien from this movie. Tien has a pretty decent fight with Trunks, actually. Do we have, like, a shot of this? Yeah, this Tien and Trunks fight is decent. It's, like, just, like, a quick little match. Like, this, you know, they could make a nice little Tien from this. Trunks, this is, like, Trunks' best look. Right, yeah, this, right here. Like, Trunks doesn't ever look better than this right here. His look in the BoJack movie. This guy would be a sick unit to get. He was in Legends a couple years ago for their anniversary. We've never gotten this guy in Dokkan. We've never had this version of Trunks. We have kind of a similar version. It's Trunks from the movie directly before this, the Broly movie. Remember that the BoJack movie is after the Broly movie, right? So, I would love to see this guy potentially get a unit in the future, right? And if they do count this BoJack movie, I mean, there's still a lot that we could grab from here, right? Like some of these other characters like Goku and stuff like that. I do think BoJack, right now, I mean, you guys have heard me cry about villains all the time, right? And how shitty Big Bad Boss's characters are, stuff like that. BoJack, in particular, is a great character, a villain character in Dokkan, with his link sets and the categories he's on. I could easily envision a full power BoJack showing up who can really tie together several villains. By the way, yeah, there's that good look for Trunks again. I could easily see full power BoJack show up and be just like maybe like a really good Dokkan Fest or an LR or something like that. Like this BoJack, I think it would be pretty fire. So hopefully that this movie would count it. There's no other movie, right, or special or something like that, where they're fighting in a tournament, as far as I'm aware. I mean, yeah, besides, like, I don't know, that's something in, like, Heroes or something like that. But, like none of this is like, tournament stuff. Like none of the movies, it's only the BoJack movie. So I was kind of, like, going through them to see, and, again, that's sort of the only one. Oh, I guess... Oh my god. You know, it just hit me, actually. Oh, yeah. No, they don't have us. Come on, give me a screen. Let's scroll down to the gallery. Come on, give it to me. You guys know where I'm going. Oh my god. Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku and Pikkon tournament participants. That would be good, because remember, one problem with this 17 and 18 that they created here is unbelievably they gave us yet another character. You know, people are crying laughing at another base form Goku, but this character they need Goku. You need Goku. You need Goku. So now we're set up. You know, they could give us Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku from the fight against Pikkon, and he would be a tournament participant character. So that is definitely pretty good. Now actually all of these World Tournament characters pretty much should be in there. And you know what's funny is this character would not be on tournament participants, right? This character probably wouldn't. So I don't know if it's as baseline as just saying every character from World Tournament will be in there. A lot will. Now, again, so we're looking at characters that would likely be on this, which is a lot of units like this. But we also do want to keep in mind to look towards the future as well. Now, Piccolo Jr., Goku are still great. By the way, this Goku for this team is a little iffy. If you guys saw, I did the video against him recently against Fusion Zamasu, where it's like you get like 2 things to go your way, and this guy puts on a show like almost no other character can do right now in the game, right? You know, you get like 1 thing to go right, 2nd thing to go right, and it's over. This guy completely takes control. But if like that 1st thing doesn't go right, and this guy doesn't get that revive ability activated, things get very, very tricky for this 23rd World Tournament Goku, man. I am not sure how good he's going to be on this team. I guess, I mean, even without guarding, I mean, a lot of times you'll be able to get his stats quite high, but I don't know. Without a consistent revive, which we're not going to have, like, are we going to try and run maybe like LR Roshi? Because remember, almost every character from the Universal Survival Saga will be on here. Besides some key characters, well, I don't want to say key, but like, you know, Skinny Boo wouldn't be on there. And we can go down to the SSR section. Urine, where is she? Urine wouldn't be on there, right? Because they don't actually participate in the tournament. But this also sets us up well. I mean, LR Kefla will happen in the future. We're going to get a better Jiren. We'll get another Evolution Blue Vegeta, right? Like many of these tournament power characters, we're going to get we're going to get another UI Goku. All of these characters will be on tournament participants. I think that this is a character, I think it's a very high chance, that this character will be good right now. I'm actually anticipating that they're not going to be quite as good as people think, but I think they could be, like, this could end up being a very graceful aging character. Like, I think maybe in like 5 or 6 months, you know, we have like, you know, best unit in the game, you know, new UI Goku from the first Jiren fight, and this character would be just insane with that UI Goku, right? Like, it would be nuts. Like, what if they created like a UI Goku who had 100% chance to dodge super attacks? Like he has a nullification against every super attack, but maybe, you know, he has some other downside. And then you pair a character that 100% nullifies any super attack, but maybe, again, he's weak to normal, something like that, and you pair that with him, with the Scouter. Something, I don't know, something like that. Would be very interesting to sort of, like, play around with. So, you know, a lot of these tournament power characters, I think, are characters that we could see new, like, this right here could easily get a new unit. Golden Frieza does so much during the tournament, he could get a bunch more. I guess one other thing I could quickly pull up, I don't have them pulled up, like, just by myself, but let's just head over to Realm of Gods real quick. There is a particular Goku who is ready to explode as a Dokkan Fest LR, and it's this guy right here. The Universe 6 versus Universe 7 tournament. Blue Kaioken versus Hit. I mean, to me, that's easy money, right? Like, that is a to me, that feels like a Tanabata celebration. Dokkan Fest LR, Blue Kaioken Goku, Carnival LR Hit. Seems just like the most obvious of obvious things, right? It's kind of the way I would look at that. There is a lot from that tournament they could use, too, because, I mean, the Universe 6 versus 7, they actually brought a bunch of characters in it, like, right as it happened in 2016, and they've literally never gone back. They have never gone back to Universe 6 or 7 tournament, ever, since it aired. It's actually so crazy. Again, can I pull up when the episode, let me pull up real quick when this episode was. Alright, so it was April of 2016, is when Goku went Blue Kaioken. So that's actually I mean, that was a couple of months later where he showed up in Dokkan then, huh? Because he came out in August. And then, I mean, after that, they started to show up a little bit faster, right? I mean, we remember when Vegito Blue, was in the anime, and then it was like 2 days later he was announced, right? And then UI Goku was in game the same day that he was introduced in the anime, which is going to be crazy, right? Or was crazy. So I think that this guy and Hit, again, Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku. Remember the Cell games? I'm kind of like, it feels like the Cell games characters should be there. It's like, Cell Jr., Perfect Cell, Gohan. We could easily get like an LR Goku. Remember, Goku and Cell have that crazy fight. That's one of the best, maybe, animated anime episodes ever. I guess if you gotta kind of account for like era, right? Like I don't know, maybe we could say that Goku versus Cell fight is one of the best animated episodes of like the 80s and 90s or something like that, right? Like it looks so good, that Goku versus Cell. They could easily make a dual Dokkan Fest of that, of just that episode, because Cell, like, we have that EGL Perfect Cell. His attack, it's just what he does against Gohan when he fights Gohan, right? Where he does that little like blast. And then, of course, the giant form is against Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. And then the Goku does do his instant transmission Kamehameha, sure, but he does so numerous attacks against Cell, right? So there is that. We have all the world tournaments from Dragon Ball Saga. So, like, we do have LR Jackie Chun. By the way, they made him really good, but I'm still not the biggest fan of them making this guy a world tournament free-to-play LR. This should have been a Dokkan Fest, man. Like, I mean, we're at the point where we're getting Dokkan Fest for everything. I don't understand why Jackie Chun couldn't have been a Dokkan Fest. I thought that was a good idea I had, where you give a Dokkan Fest to the 3 winners of the tournaments, right? In Dragon Ball, OG Dragon Ball. You have Jackie Chun, who won the 21st, Tien won the 22nd, and then Goku won the 23rd. We have Goku. By the way, that Tien's got to be coming in too, right? We have the LR of the winner of the 21st World Tournament. We got the incredible Dokkan Fest of the 23rd World Tournament. So now we're waiting for the 22nd. That would be good. That would be really good, by the way, because it's this Tien right here. He's a villain, by the way. The only thing is, he is a villain, so it would be good, a villain buff, sure, but remember that this is a villain character that's on all the Superclass teams, basically, and his link set is going to suck. So it's like, if they make this guy a villain, he becomes a Dokkan Fest. He needs to be a defense or support character, or he needs to be structured in a very particular way to where we could use him alongside villains. Think of LR Golden Frieza, his role. We would want a Tien from that tournament to be like that. We would want a Tien from this tournament to be like Bulma, right? That way, because an issue with, you look at this with Turles, who's coming. Oh, damn, this video, I'm kind of just going all over the place, huh? My best. It's just, I don't know, like, I've just, I can't describe it, but we could look at upcoming cards. They don't have it, damn. Okay, but Turles, he came with 2 banner units, right? But both of Turles' banner units don't have big bad bosses, which means it's like, it's very iffy, kind of like running them, right? So like, here's Turles, and then we have his 2 banner units. Right now, Amand and Raisin, they're a defense/support unit, so you could still run them. But this, I find myself never running this character, despite the fact that they're solid, because villains rely so much on their links. This is not a big bad boss's character, right? I mean, they could have been even stronger, and sure, I might have run them, but I mean, this unit is not horrible, right? But it's just, villains, I mean, are particular. They need a particular type of character. So if we're going to get this Tien, they have to make him in a specific way. But I think that this would be a great Dokkan Fest as well. Is there anything else we didn't cover? Oh, actually, yes, there is. The end of the Majin Buu saga as well. I think that they very easily could make, I mean, they really could just make that. Oh, I mean, we could just pull it up from World Tournament, I suppose. This guy, and the Goku is only an SSR. Yeah, this guy right here. They easily could do something with these guys, right? For sure. I think that they could be, like a Dokkan Fest or something like that. I would love to see Maju get a Dokkan Fest from the Baby Saga would be good. Because Majub is on teams like, yeah, Resurrected Warriors and stuff like that. And I mean, he would be on Fuse Fighter as Majub. So we'll see what this category is going to look like, right? A lot of it matters. Like, are they going to count the BoJack movie? Are they going to count the Cell games? Right? Because a lot of the other tournaments, I think, is just like very clear cut. Universal Survival Tournament Power characters are going to be in there. Universe 6 vs 7 tournament characters are going to be in there. All the Dragon Ball Saga World tournaments are going to be in there. So it's more so just like, does the Cell games and does the BoJack movie count? Which does matter, because a lot of those Cell game and BoJack movie characters are going to be coming in the future. And that's what we want for like a healthy category. So we'll see what this character looks like. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.